sell these Yu-Gi-Oh cards before they plummet in price. Last week, we talked about some important cards that you should be picking up for the upcoming format, but I also think this is the perfect, and I mean the perfect time to get rid of some cards that everybody is looking for because they do for a reprint. Come on, guys, it's simple. There's only two reasons to get rid of cards. One, reprint season, which we're currently in, and two is because it's peak pricing potential. I really gotta change that because it say PPP and it feel hella ditty to say that. In today's video, we're gonna be going over all of the cards that you should be selling right now and why. I can't wait to tell you about the spice at the end. Let's jump on in. So before we start talking about these crazy things, I just got one thing to say. If you wanted to get this information early, you could have multiple ways. You can either join the Patreon, which they get all this information ahead of time, or catch us on stream. That's Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. One more thing. Buy the merch. Okay. So there are going to be quite a few strategies or cards that players are going to be looking to pick up because of the new set, Legacy of Destruction. I don't want you guys falling into the pitfalls of that because a lot of these cards are way due for a reprint. Take, for example, the first solo movement. First solo movement is incredibly powerful because it allows you to special summon one level 4 or lower Melodious monster from your deck to your side of the field. And the Melodious monsters are incredibly powerful. I would have to say that if I were to pull Melodious into a previous set strategy, they're like Raid Raptors, an older archetype that got support to give it direction and also give it some crazy good combos. The first solo movement is a 1-card piece that winds up on a decent amount of interruptions, pen scales, and cards inside of your hand. So why am I telling you to sell first solo movement while it is at its highest? That's probably exactly why. First solo movement is a spell card that came out in New Challengers. This card is 10 years old. And if you guys have looked at what Konami did with Raid Raptors, they were printing cards like Force Strix and Tribute Lanius in an OTS pack. If they follow the same trend, cards like First Solo Movement will be printed inside of the OTS pack and possibly even at the same rarity. Economically, it makes no sense if you have extra copies of First Solo Movement or if you don't plan on playing the deck to hold on to this card. It is an easy sell. 10 years old already? That's crazy? Yeah. Imagine playing Pin when an anti-spell monster is on the way. Holy crap. They just keep nerfing pendulums. Pendulums ain't eating good. Oh man. Get rid of Voiceless low? I'm not sure. The reason why I wouldn't get rid of Voiceless is because it still hasn't hit its peak price potential. I think that there is a ton of opportunity for the strategy to be good. But Ashen Vados is at its highest price to sell is a risky opportunity, but come on now. No pain, no gain. There's no reward without risk. Now, within this video, I'm going to present some risky things that you could sell. It could bite you back in the butt, but seeing that I've been doing this for pretty much my entire life and I've been more right than I've been wrong, you following these ideas is not the end of the world. I think that Ultron has a very good point. Ashen Vados is at its highest price and it's because of speculation. Some people think that the Vados strategy is going to be really, really good, and that's why the card is so high. Other players think that it's going to be a great sideboard card to be able to get rid of your opponent's field spells. If Vados just so happens to not be able to do either of those, then the card will drastically drop in price. I've also never been a fan of giving my opponent cards that they can actually use. Vados just so happens to be one of those cards. Should we sell our Ancient Gear stuff? Woo! No, don't sell your Ancient Gear stuff, guys, because it is a GX retro deck. You have high-end Ancient Gear stuff, it's collection. Keep on to it. In all seriousness, I really do think now is the good time to unload any extra copies of Diviner of Herald. RJ Pope is cook. Diviner of Herald is also another particular situation where it could come around and bite you back in the butt. We know that Voiceless Voice is not at its all-time peak. It's never been considered as unquestionably the tier 1 deck. And if it does, then Herald could go up in price. That's also banking on Herald being a central piece in Voiceless Voice with upcoming support, and also banking that Voiceless Voice is going to be that unquestioned tier 1 Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Then there's also the upcoming reprints. Diviner of Herald was printed in Lightning Overdrive and the 2022 Megaton, so it could receive a print inside of the Rarity Anniversary Collection. It's a really risky proposition. I personally would flip them if I had extras. My thoughts is that Diviner potentially getting hit does affect the consistency of Voiceless voice without killing the deck. Actually a really good tactic that they could do in the future. Should Bystial Lubellion be a card that we sell or keep? I think Bystial Lubellion is a card that you should keep, and it's for one reason and one reason only. It's like $10. Bystial Lotion is way too valuable to flip right now and still incredibly cheap to not lose anything if it does get reprinted again. But the other Bystial monsters like Druisworm and Dispatter, yeah, you could look to flipping those if you have extra. Bystial Dispatter is almost a confirmed reprint, 100%. Knock out the park. It is getting reprinted this year. And Druisworm, I mean, it could come in the anniversary set, or I could be coping. Bystial Lotion, you don't like Bystial Lotion? 2 printings on Lube? Oh my God, Bystial Lube and Bystial Lotion. Chat, what are y'all trying to say, huh? Y'all getting freaky? No Diddy? No, you can't no Diddy. You can't no Diddy that one. But a card that I know is incredibly hyped right now is Aromaseraphy Jasmine. This card is way too expensive. Aromaseraphy Jasmine came out in April of 2019, meaning that this set is officially 5 years old. You guys feel old yet? Oh, bro, Jasmine will 100% be reprinted this year. 100% with all the plants hype and stuff coming. You should definitely listen to this man. Hey, I know what I'm right. Between the Reika support, Aromage support, and everything in between, this $20 card will not be $20 for very long. 1000% guaranteed reprint. I'm not saying I know how Konami work. I'm just saying I'm always in the mix. I know the intellect they got down, and I may or may not have snuck into their headquarters, beat up a couple of employees, and figured some things out. Oh, Bystials will be in high demand with 10 Pi and D-Shifter combos. You're not wrong. There are a few cards I think should be sold. Diabellstar and Finra being the top 2 cards. I think Diabell Mommy gets a reprint this year, like at the very end. It's very likely that Diabellstar, as well as Wanted Sinful Spoils, will be reprinted inside of the Megatens. Now, there is a trick to this, guys. When the Megatens are announced and when they're dropping, I'm telling you to sell them. But I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna tell you to buy them again. And that's going to be for a very particular reason I'll talk about later on down. But for right now, it is A-okay to sell them. The Viscous Lore Planet cards, since they're getting a reprint in Rarity Collection 2, that we know is confirmed 100%. I told you guys to buy those cards or sell those cards a long time ago. So if you still are holding on to your Primitive Planet Rake, which one, what do they call it? The Kashtira filled spell, the Pressure Planet Racehorse, yeah, that one. And Primitive Planet, the Tier Limit one, you know which one I'm thinking, Peril Rhino, yeah, that. Get rid of that. Centurion cards are rising in price, don't sell. 100% agree. I told you guys to buy them before it's too late. I would not sell them right now, even if they do go up in price. There's also some other cards that I think my Edison players should be looking to flip, whether you're playing Edison Tangle or current Yu-Gi-Oh! Selling all of your unlimited Light of Destruction cards is the smart idea. Light of Destruction is getting a reprint that we will be having very soon. The entire box set is getting a second unlimited run. So if you have unlimited secret rare copies of Judgment Dragons, Lila ultis, Celestia ultis, I would flip them right now. Same thing goes for cards like Fossil Dyna, Pachycephalo too. And the reason why I would flip them is because even though it's probably not the same card stock, I would expect it to be the same as what we had our 25th anniversary Metal Raiders sets and stuff. It won't be worth keeping because they're the unlimited versions. They're almost worth nothing now. I mean, I guess it kind of does give the name unlimited version a whole different aspect to it. Get it? Because like it's unlimited version, so they can run Planet unlimited amount of times. It makes sense. Everything, and pick up your Thunder Dragon cards ASAP before people start making Thunderstorm. He's coping. SP Little Knight is definitely a card you guys should be selling, like we said last time. Last time I checked, it was a $130 card. Now it's about $100. Still not too late to get rid of it. I think selling your Snake Eye Super Rares while they're $5 will be smart. Also sell Sky Strikers. Soon those new cards drop. They will hit peak and fall back down. Holy crap. Sammy is, hey, yo, this gonna be Sammy's video. He cooking. I wholeheartedly agree with selling your Snake Eye Super Rares. There's just no reason that they should be $5 right now, which is crazy. Also, Sky Strikers also ironically are some cards that they're weird. Basically, I'm saying sell your Sky Striker cards every time Sky Striker support comes out, because that's where they get the highest. Then like right after the Sky Striker is, well, it's not a bad deck. It's just not doing anything. But my last card I want to talk to you guys about is ironically another card that is guaranteed to be reprinted. Trident Dragon is a 14-year-old Yu-Gi-Oh card. But the reason why I would sell Trident Dragon is because, again, it is a strategy that is getting support from Tenpai Dragon. It's a powerful synchro card that Konami will look to reprint, possibly inside of the OTS packs that we get every time we enter a tournament. I wouldn't sell my ultimates, but my ultras and my secret rares, I think they're fair game. Sell your DT Medallion of the Ice Barriers? Bro, you guys be coming up with crazy cards. How expensive is that card? Dual Terminal Medallions of the Ice Barriers are $10. What? Yeah, go ahead and sell those, bro. He ain't wrong. Sell those, chick. It's not it. There's supposed to be an alternative art reprint, and the alternate art may look better than this one. $10 for a Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1 common with shiny foiling. Bro, you're going crazy. Yeah, that's going buck wild. Hey, who bought these cards? I need to find out who is this goofy to buy a common glittery card. If you guys have any of these cards by the end of the month, then you probably miss out on some free money. He's right. And if you ain't checking out these other videos, you really missing out, because there's some real good information that you're gonna need to know. Now, I also think that it is really important that you sell your Thunder Dragon Colossus, especially if you don't plan on playing the deck. I will admit that Thunder Dragon Colossus is a fairly powerful card. But the problem with the card is that it is 5 years old. A lot of people are looking for the hottest deck to be able to incorporate Thunder Dragon Colossus, and unfortunately, the hottest decks to incorporate it are not the best decks. So if you wanted to take advantage of the ultra high price, then flipping your Thunder Dragon Colossus is not a bad idea. There's also Nemesis Corridor and Nemesis Flag. Nemesis Flag is ultra important to be able to summon Thunder Dragon Colossus in non-Thunder decks. But again, I think once it wears off and people realize that Thunder Dragon Colossus is not the be-all card, cards like this will naturally go down. And to wrap it all up, Arch-Nemesis Protos is another card. Yeah, big dog, I'm flipping that too. I think Arch-Nemesis Protos is the worst of the 4 cards that I mentioned. It can be a powerful card in the right deck, but nobody ain't got time to be playing all them bricks. On top of that, it also seems incredibly likely that these cards will be reprinted soon. So unless you got like ultimate rare copies of Thunder Dragon Colossus, I would get rid of every single one of these cards.